How hard is it to just get here again and have this happen?
It's extremely difficult. I feel like I let my teammates down tonight.
Your emotions normally aren't this emotional for us. Is what has brought this on? It's
just missed opportunities throughout the game. It's been a long season. I hate how it ended, and it's going to stick with me for a long time.
I think it ended up being 5 turnovers overall. I know it just happened, but can you kind of take us into why it felt like you guys kind of kept
Yeah, can't win with 5 turnovers. I fumbled twice, threw 2 picks. When you shoot yourself in the foot like that, you don't deserve to win football games.
Hey, Josh, having said that, does it add the frustration, kind of the way the game ended with a couple of questionable calls?
Yeah, I mean, losing that way regardless, losing in the playoffs is not fun, so.
Did you get an explanation on the Brandon Cooks play at the end?
No.
Can you process how the team was able to stay in the game all the way to that catch or interception play in overtime despite all the adversity?
Yeah, I mean, this is a team that's, again, we were battle tested all year. Down 2 scores at halftime. Come out, sack, fumble, hold them to 3. Find ourselves leading that game. And if 1 or 2 plays go our way, it's a different story.
Josh, the play at the end of the first half, you had 16 seconds, no timeouts. Why not just take a knee there and go into the half?
Just trying to be aggressive. Can't do that.
Josh, what did you say to your teammates after the game?
I haven't been doing a lot of talking other than I love my teammates and I'm extremely sorry. I'm disappointed in how this ended.
Josh, you mentioned this has been a long year. Is there anything in particular that's sticking out to you about this season?
Not at the moment. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Josh.
I mean, the emotion's clear from Josh Allen, and he's seemingly putting everything on himself. Mm-hmm. He said, Woody, that he feels as if he let his teammates down. Did he?
Yeah, I mean, listen, when you have 4 turnovers, that would do you in every time. And what's crazy is they had a total of 5 turnovers, and they had an opportunity to win that game.
Right. Yeah.
Up to this point, there wasn't a game that Josh Allen lost in the playoffs where I feel like he was the reason why they lost. This is the first time. And Josh Allen would tell, just like we just heard in that press conference, he took accountability for his play, some of the reckless turnovers in the game, but they had opportunity, but credit the Denver Broncos for ultimately coming out and winning it in the end. But this was a rough one by Josh Allen. 4 turnovers.
What's crazy about that is he had gone 6 straight playoff games without a turnover, which was tied for the most in history, and then he throws that clunker up there. I guess the question I would pose to you is, are they asking him to do too much? I mean, he doesn't have great skill position. He's got James Cook and a couple guys that catch the ball, but he doesn't have the talent that a lot of quarterbacks have.
I've always felt like they asked Josh Allen to do too much. I always felt like they asked him to put his cape on all the time because I think there's deficiencies on their roster where they're required to have Josh Allen put his cape on. Now we'll say this. In the second half, clearly the Buffalo Bills at halftime made some adjustments defensively. Mm-hmm. They clearly came after Bo Nix a lot, which gave the Buffalo Bills an opportunity to come back and take the lead in the second half. But again, when you have turnovers, they will ultimately do you in, and that's why the Buffalo Bills are going home.
The narrative coming into this postseason for Josh Allen was this was the easiest route since he's been in the league for him as a quarterback to get to the Super Bowl. No Mahomes, no Joe Burrow, no Lamar Jackson, and now he goes out in this fashion with maybe his worst game ever in the playoffs from where you sit, what does that do to that narrative that he can't win the big ones just like Lamar Jackson?
Well, I mean, listen, I'm pretty sure he thought about that. Like, dude, this is my time. I'm the best player on the field every time I step in one of these games.
There's not one team he would have played that would have been the second quarterback.
Correct. He would have been the best player on the field, and to come up short in the divisional round, it's got to be.
And that's why.
It's got to be. Yeah. It's got to be heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Because every other time you run up against Mahomes and all, and this time the field, it was there for you, and you came up short in Denver.
Long-suffering Bills fans, just another chapter.
Oh, my gosh.
We'll see him again next year. By the way, next year, Josh Allen will be 30 week 1, so we'll see how it all plays out and whether the window perhaps is closing in Buffalo. Who knows? Anyway.
15 of Denver's 15 wins this season have been by comebacks, breaking a tie with the 2017 Eagles and last year's Chiefs for the most comeback wins in a single season, including the playoffs. They did this one in overtime. Both of those teams, by the way, reached the Super Bowl. More now from Sal Palantonio.
After the game, I sat with head coach Sean Payton of the Denver Broncos in his office for about 10 minutes, and he told me the whole story of what happened with quarterback Bo Nix. When Bo Nix came to the sideline after setting up the game-winning field goal in overtime, Sean Payton told me he congratulated Bo Nix. And Bo Nix said to him, "Not so fast, Coach. I think something happened to my ankle." After the game, he went into the x-ray room here at Empower Field at Mile High, and they found that his right ankle was fractured. Bo Nix was with his wife and his parents, and he was in high spirits, Sean Payton told me. He told me that Bo Nix will have surgery on Tuesday. He told me that he will gather the team soon, probably on Monday, to have a discussion about how they will go forward at the quarterback position in the AFC Championship game. He said he'll probably hear from his mentor, Bill Parcells, who will talk to him about how the New York Giants had to play with Jeff Hostetler in the Super Bowl when Phil Simms got hurt. He knows that his team is strong and that his quarterback is stronger, and that they will come through this and be all right in the AFC Championship game. At least, he said, that is the hope.
Obviously, we're real disappointed with today. We obviously didn't have it today. Credit to them. Try not to harp on that. I try to, we can discuss some of that stuff on Monday when we get back together. But I just thanked them for the whole season, how much they battled through everything. I know everyone in there was sick about tonight and the way that went in every facet. But I tried not to make about tonight when I was in there with them. Just kind of thanked them for what they've done all year, and been extremely, extremely proud of everyone in that room throughout this year.
On the first drive, well, your first drive, there was fourth down, looked like you had conversion, they blew it dead for a timeout. What was the explanation there? Did they say they just got the timeout in, or what was your kind of response there?
Yeah, I was upset with it. We were able to run the play, but when it's noisy, I can't totally fault them for that. I don't know exactly how it happened. I didn't know that there was a timeout called, so I saw the play, and so did they, obviously. But sometimes when a coach calls a timeout, you can't get it all the way to the main guy, so it is what it is.
You seem to have some harsh words for Bernardo, or some intense dialogue there. Could you give us any background on what was going on?
Yeah, nothing in particular. Just coaching him on a certain play, a certain technique, and just coaching aggressively.
It's a long game after.
Huh?
You benched him briefly there. Was that related to a play that?
Yeah, we called him over to try to talk to him about a certain coverage, and then we got him right back in.
It's a long game, obviously, but that kickoff return was almost exactly what you cannot have happen. And did you feel like you were digging, climbing out a hole after that?
Not totally. If they score on the opening drive, it's the same issue too, So, it sucks when it's the first play and how that gets the stadium going and everything like that. But I thought we weathered that storm to a degree, It'd be nice to go down and answer right away. We got stopped on 3rd and 1 and stopped on 4th and 1. Then the next drive, we got the ball, we fumbled. So we gave them 2 scores like that and got down to a 17-0 deficit, which was tough and not at all what we wanted. I thought we weathered the storm when we made it 17-6. Was really hoping to go into the halftime with that score, and would have felt pretty good about it based off how things went. I thought them converting that 3rd down on that last drive They got the one on the penalty, I believe, if I'm remembering right, that allowed them to convert it. And on them scoring at the end of the second quarter, I thought was a huge deal in that game. That made us to where we had to answer on the first drive coming out, and we got stopped on 4th and 1 on that first drive coming out. And really after that, then the game was out of hand.
Your offense performed really well most of the season. Why do you feel it struggled so much the past 2 games against Seattle?
Because they got a really good defense. They got a real good defense. I liked how we came to play in that first half a lot more. I thought we were much more ready. I thought we were moving the ball. But when you get stopped on 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1, nothing counts for it. And then the next time up, we had a turnover with the fumble. And then when we got stopped on downs in the beginning of the 3rd quarter, then it was out of hand. And then we got away from the run, trying to get back into it, and that team doesn't give up big plays. That's why they're number 1 in the league over the last 2 years and not giving up big plays. And when you get down a lot, and it's going to be tough to get back if you can't generate those big plays.
How do you think Brock played? I think they only had a couple sacks, but he was running for his life a lot.
No one played perfect. No one played great today. No one coached great today. They got us pretty good. So, but I thought Brock made a number of plays out there. But on the second half, it got away from all of us.
Obviously, this is fresh right now, but how do you process, the resilience you guys?
All right, let's head over to the winning side of Lumen Field. Mike McDonald authored the largest win by a head coach in a playoff debut since John Madden in 1969.
First, just what an atmosphere! Holy smokes! The 12s, just our organization putting on a great setting. It was just, you do actually try to take some time and look around and just understand how incredibly blessed we are, and with the best fans in the world, and it definitely made an impact, definitely to start the game, and so just want to appreciate this. That was awesome. It's freaking awesome. And in terms of our team, it's probably the most complimentary game we've played up to this point. Obviously starting the game out with the kickoff return for a touchdown was tremendous. Again, excited to see the blocks on that play, but a great return by Rashid, and then just kept stacking plays. The takeaways on defense, kept playing. The quarterback's a hard guy to contain, and he makes plays, and so you can't get frustrated. You got to keep playing. And then offensively, being able to control the ball never being in jeopardy, being able to run it, scoring in the red zone, all those things we've been trying to do finally coming to life, and you just keep stacking those things. And it was a heck of a win, man. And it's funny, in the locker room, it's like, we're really excited. We're very proud of the effort, but the guys understand that there's still a mission at hand, and we got another week coming up here that we need to take care of business every day. So that's the focus. Proud of the group. We'll celebrate today. Guys will be off tomorrow and back on Monday.
When did you know for sure that Sam was going to play, and what was kind of the process there with getting him ready?
Well, from what we told you is how it was going down. It was just, there's hey, he could come out here and throw it and feel terrible, and then we would have to kind of pivot. But from what he was saying and what the guys were saying, the medical team was saying, it seemed like he was going to be able to give it a go. So that's basically what happened. And you felt like he was, based on his communication with us, it felt like he was confident. So that's where we're at.
What did you think about the way he played?
Tremendous. There's a couple plays early that I think to get in the swing of things, but I say manage the game as like a very high-powered compliment. Just throwing it on time, taking care of the ball, making the plays when we need to. I think there's going to be some more. There's some explosives out there that maybe we could get to, but I thought there's a lot of operation stuff that he did that really helped us as well.
Talked about field position and third downs in the last play was 49ers on defense. What was it tonight that you guys were the most?
Well, our kickoff team was tremendous. This is probably one of the best kickoff returns